Welcome back, Moonies. I just got done watching episodes 1 and 2 of Sailor Moon Crystal, the English dubbed version. And I have quite a few notes. Side notes, first, the opening and the ending theme song have not been changed. Those are still the same. Also, a side note, I really do love that opening scene dream sequence of Prince and Demian and Princess Serenity kissing. I always love that. So let's get right into the voices. First up, Usagi's mother. I honestly think that is actually a pretty good voice right there. Usagi's voice at first impression, not as whiny, but definitely whiny enough. It definitely takes a minute to adjust, but overall, I guess it's acceptable. I think it's okay. By the end of the second episode, I think I was starting to, I guess, get more used to it. Haruna, the teacher, to me, she doesn't sound as stern. She doesn't really sound stern enough to me, like the original dub version did, or even the Japanese versions, for that matter. Jedi, he sounds okay at first, and then when you heard him a little later, he kind of started sounding like a Dr. Evil / Bond villain almost. Like, I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. I will say Umino and Naru, I do not care for their voices at all. Not at all. As far as Usagi's friends at the beginning, it's kind of difficult to differentiate the voices because they kind of tend to all blend together. I kind of noticed that. When Mamoru comes into it, Bumphead, I don't remember Bumphead. I remember Bun, so I was kind of like, what the hell is that? Then he goes on to call her Bunhead or whatever. Although I will say his voice is the closest to being acceptable, or the better of all the voices I've heard. It's not as good as it could be, and I personally could stand his voice to be a little more masculine, in my opinion. But like I said, it's probably the most acceptable out of all the ones I've heard, in my opinion. Motoki, I always can't ever say his name right. He's good. Shingo kind of sounds like he smokes a pack a day. He's kind of raspy, and I know in the original he kind of sounded different, but this one's off. I don't know, I kind of didn't love that. Okay, Luna. Luna was a big point for me because personally I always loved her accent in the original dub. Initially in this one, I didn't like it, and then I realized it's Rukia from the Bleach English dub version. And while she's a great voice actor, in my opinion, for Luna, she doesn't sound like the ancient guide to royalty. She is lacking that regal air and tone, in my opinion. She really doesn't nail Luna for me. Like, it's not great for me personally. Nauro's mom as the monster, I guess she sounded okay from what I can recall from the original. Amy, however we're saying it. Side note, I hate her hairstyle in Crystal. I just do. I don't like it. But anyway, as far as her voice goes, I have to say, for me, it's too soft. It's too timid. And, I realize that, she's that way pretty much. But for this voice, I don't know. It's just too much. It's too timid. It's too soft. It's too unsure and unconfident. I mean, she's a genius, and geniuses are usually have a little bit of confidence in there, and I'm not hearing it on this voice actor. Now, Queen Beryl, what the hell, man? Not to impugn the voice actor, okay, but it almost sounds like she's overacting or just trying too hard. When I think of Queen Beryl, I think of dark, seductive. This version honestly sounds old to me. It's just not working for me personally. I really feel just like they should have spent more time on the animation for Crystal. I think they could have been benefited from spending a little more time on finding the voice actors for Crystal in the English dub for Crystal in my opinion. And again, kudos to the voice actors for trying, but when you're not the right fit, you're not the right fit. And of course, not everyone's going to be happy about it. And I'm not incredibly overwhelmed with what I've heard. All in all, I suppose we'll get used to it. I mean, what other choice do we really have? We'll deal with it. Next is episode 3 for Ray, and I'm curious and almost scared to see what they have in store for Ray, because I'm hoping they don't mess her up, but we'll find out. But yeah, those are my thoughts, and I know not everybody's going to agree with me, and that's okay. To each their own. But I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, like and subscribe. Until next time.